Well, I suppose it's time to see how the Dream Scorpions do. Have to admit, I'm not as fond of this deck as, the previous one, because it doesn't have as good of a draw engine to try and pull into our monsters, but it works well enough, Being able to use Freed the Matchless, though, is a really useful card to have. I can utilize this, but I think we'll go with Pot of Greed. Try and get some more cards in our hand. Reinforcement of the army. We'll pull a friend in. Not that friend. Well, I guess so. I forgot this deck doesn't have our friend to help us do a double summon the first turn, and then we will end turn, I think, and set one card. Yeah, that way our hand's not too big. We'll let our opponent set up and then blow his field up. After all, I like being cheap. And I'm willing to take a hit for greater advantage later. It's just the way it is, Well, now, let's do this. That's a useless means of back row removal. Our biggest problem so far, though, is we just have not been able to grab anything particularly useful. Like, this deck's meant to have some stall cards, and I haven't drawn, like, any of them. I mean, I can blow that up, but how much value does it really give me? Well, I'll summon you out there, my friend. And I'll let you go hog wild on him. Please throw out something useful. Need you to do a hand discard. Please, Dust Tornado, not what I wanted. I wanted to grab some monsters and toss them, assuming he had any more in there. And I assume he does. Yep, we're gonna get run over. I was hoping, we would have drawn our stall card with that draw, not Cliff here. That's another bad draw. I'm just getting a lot of bad draws right now. Not a very useful, pull. If I gotta pick somebody, I'll go with Cliff here. Pretty sure he has a discard from top of deck option as well. Since I can't do the back row. Yeah. Well, he killed 2 monsters that way. Relatively good monster, too. There is that. Okay. But still, I want a stall card. Thank you, game. You finally gave me something I wanted. And we'll use Dream Clown to get on the board here. And finally get ahead. Unfortunately, I can't, make him discard anything useful here. Damn, that's gonna be a problem. Kinda. Okay. Yeah, we'll summon you. Boom. Blow you up. Attack. And then, probably go for the discard option. Yeah, 2 cards to the opponent's graveyard. Need to get you on the field soon. Well, I can still attack with the bow next turn to continue the milling effect, so there is that. Well, great. Oh, finally we get a stall card. After we're like halfway through the match. Okay. I guess we'll equip it to him for a change. I don't usually do this, but it's my best option. Okay. Get a little damage on the board, and we will send 2 cards to the opponent's deck to the graveyard. And basically try and end this. After all, I can blow up a monster he sets next turn, so that was probably my best move. Now, let's see. Yeah, look at that. Bottom of the deck. Seriously, he ain't getting that. It's a monster. I don't want to deal with it. Even if I can blow it up for free. No. Well, no. Ooh, Needleworm. Yeah, this deck does occasionally deck people out as an alternative win condition. So, you know, that is one of my options. Sometimes. Well, let's finish him off with Don Zalug. It was voiced by Christopher Walken in the dub. Or someone trying to impersonate him. Why? I have no idea. But yeah, that's how the Dream Scorpions pull off victory. Not as useful as the Dream Warriors, in my opinion, because the Dream Warriors do have a way to basically stuff the field with Dream Clowns, like, just all over the place. So assuming your opponent doesn't have, you know, Lightning Vortex or something, you can basically start just dominating the match and just quickly crush them. So unless they get a lucky draw, they can be royally screwed, though. The Dream Scorpions do have the benefit of being able, you know, potentially look at your top card of your deck, you're like, oh, it's a monster, throw it to the bottom, just keep you drawing magic and trap cards over and over and over again. So if you don't have anything too useful in your hand, you know, magic and trap-wise, you can get royally screwed over by them. But getting to that state's not as reliable, like I just said. There's not as many powerful stall cards in there in case they get in the way of some of my monsters. It's an unfortunate side effect. But it does work. Sometimes. Till next time, then. See ya.